I never thought a knot in my shoulder would lead to her whispering in my ear at 9 p.m. in an empty massage studio. Stay after hours. I have a special treatment that might help you relax. But here I was, alone with a woman who touched people for a living and somehow made every professional boundary feel like a suggestion instead of a rule. Her name was Claire Rousseau, 44 years old, massage therapist, the kind of woman who saw straight through you the first time she put her hands on your body. And me? I was 28, a graphic designer with chronic neck pain and absolutely no idea what I was getting myself into. To the moment I walked into her studio and my life changed direction. I'd been dealing with tension headaches for 8 months, hunched over a computer designing logos for clients who changed their minds every 48 hours. My doctor handed me a card. Serenity Now Wellness Studio, said I needed therapeutic bodywork, not spa relaxation. The kind that actually fixes you. I called. Made an appointment for Thursday afternoon. Expected some clinical space with fluorescent lights and therapists scrolling their phones between clients. What I got was completely different. The studio was on the 3rd floor of an old brick building downtown. Small, intimate. You had to buzz to get in. The waiting room smelled like lavender and eucalyptus. Warm amber lighting. Soft piano music playing. Minor key. One reception desk. One hallway with 3 treatment rooms. Plants everywhere. It felt like walking into someone's home. Then she came out. Claire. Barefoot on hardwood floors. Linen pants the color of sand. A loose white shirt with sleeves rolled to her elbows. Dark hair pulled back in a low bun with silver threads running through it like moonlight. No makeup. Didn't need it. She had strong cheekbones, a straight nose, full lips that curved slightly at the corners, and eyes that were pure gray, storm cloud gray. She looked at me and I forgot why I was there. "You must be Alex," she said. Her voice was low, calm. The kind that made you breathe slower without trying. "That's me. I'm Claire. Come on back." I followed her down the hallway. Watched the way she moved. Graceful. Grounded. Every step, deliberate. She opened the last door on the left. Small room. Massage table in the center. White sheets. Side table with amber bottles and folded towels. One window with sheer curtains filtering afternoon light. "So, what brings you in?" she asked. "Neck and shoulder pain? Tension headaches? I sit at a computer all day." She nodded. Stepped closer. "May I?" "Sure." She placed both hands on my shoulders, just resting them there. Warm through my shirt. Then she pressed down. Found the knots immediately. I winced. "Oh yeah," she said quietly. "You're carrying a lot here. How long?" 6 months. Maybe longer. And you've been ignoring it. Work's been busy. Work is always busy." She pressed again. Deeper. I sucked in air. "But your body keeps the score. You can ignore it, but it doesn't go away. I'm noticing." She smiled. Small. Knowing. "Let's see what we can do. I'll step out. Undress to your comfort level. Get under the sheet face down. I'll knock before I come back." She left. I stood there a moment, then undressed, got under the sheet, put my face in the cradle, stared at the floor, waited, my heart beating faster than it should. A knock. "Ready?" "Yeah." She came in. I heard her moving around, warming oil between her hands. Then she touched me, both hands on my upper back, pressing, kneading, finding every tight spot. She worked in silence at first, just her hands and my breathing and the piano music. Her movements were slow, deliberate, intentional, like she was reading my body, learning where I held tension, where I held pain, where I held everything I didn't want to feel. Then she spoke. "You hold everything right here." Her hands pressed into my neck. Deep. I groaned. When was the last time someone took care of you? The question surprised me. What? When was the last time someone took care of you? Not work, not obligations, just you. I thought about it. Couldn't answer. My ex had left a year ago. Since then, it had been just me. Work, sleep, repeat. I don't know. A while. That's what I thought. Her hands moved down my spine, creating space. You can't pour from an empty cup. You have to let yourself rest. Let someone take care of you. I'm not good at that. I can tell. But you're here now. For the next hour, your only job is to breathe and let go. Can you do that? I can try. Good. The rest of the session passed in a haze. Her hands everywhere. My back, shoulders, neck, arms, legs. Professional, skilled. But there was something else underneath. An awareness. Like she was present with me in a way most people never were. When it was over, she placed both hands on my upper back. Just resting. Take your time getting up. Drink water tonight. You'll feel different tomorrow. Then she left. I got dressed slowly. My body felt loose, liquid. I came out. She was at the desk writing notes. How do you feel? She asked. Like a different person. She smiled. Good. You were really locked up. I'd recommend weekly sessions for a while. Until we release those patterns. Okay, I'll book another. Great. She pulled up her calendar. Next Thursday? Same time? Perfect. She wrote it down. Handed me a card. Our fingers brushed. Just a second. But I felt it. A spark. She felt it too. I saw it in her eyes. That flicker. Then she pulled back. Professional distance. See you next week. I left. Sat in my car for 10 minutes, touching the spot where her fingers had brushed mine. What was that? Nothing. Accident. But it didn't feel like nothing. I went back the next week. Same time, same room. But this time I was nervous, anticipating, wondering if I'd imagined the tension. I hadn't. The second she put her hands on me, I felt it. That electricity. She worked on my back. Same as before. But slower. Her hands lingered. When she worked my lower back, her fingers dipped just below the sheet. Not inappropriate. Just close. Testing. My breathing changed. Got heavier. She noticed. You okay? Quiet. Close to my ear. Yeah. Your breathing changed. It's not uncomfortable. Good. Her hands moved back up. Then she leaned in. I felt her breath on my ear. You're still holding so much. What won't you let go of? I didn't answer. Couldn't. My heart hammered. This felt like more than therapy. She didn't push, just kept working. But the air had thickened. After the session, I came out. She was waiting. Same time next week? Yeah. She smiled. Private. Like we shared a secret. The third session was different. The moment she walked in, the air shifted. Charged. She started on my back. Slower. More deliberate. When she worked my neck, she brushed my ear. Once. Twice. 3 times. Not an accident? My pulse quickened. She leaned in, mouth close to my ear. You're still so tense. Even after weeks. Why won't you let go? I don't know how. Maybe you need someone to show you. My breath caught. What did that mean? She didn't clarify. Just kept working. When I came out, she was at the desk. Alex, can I ask you something? Sure. Do you feel it too? This. Whatever this is? My heart stopped. Yes. She exhaled, looked relieved, scared. I thought I was imagining it. You're not. She stepped closer. We were alone. Sun setting outside. Golden light. This is completely inappropriate. You're my client. I could lose my license. But I can't stop thinking about you. I can't stop thinking about you either. What are we doing? I don't know. She looked at me, searching. I have a session in 10 minutes. But tonight, After hours. What time? 9. Side door. I'll leave it unlocked. Okay. But before that night could come, something else happened. Something that changed everything. Friday afternoon, 2 days after that conversation, I was at the grocery store, produce section, staring at tomatoes like they held the meaning of life, still thinking about her, about what 9 p.m. tonight would mean. Then I heard her voice. Alex? I turned. She was standing there, shopping basket in hand, jeans, a soft gray sweater, hair down, loose around her shoulders. No bun, no professional armor, just Claire, looking like a regular person. Not my therapist. Just a woman buying groceries on a Friday afternoon. She looked as surprised as I felt. Hi, I said. Hi, she smiled, awkward. I didn't expect to. I mean, I shop here, but I've never. Me neither. We stood there, the produce section bustling around us, people reaching past us for avocados and peppers, but we were in a bubble. You look different, I said. Different how? I don't know. More. Real. Not that you weren't real before. I just mean, without the work clothes. You look like. Like what? Like someone I'd want to know. Outside of a massage room. She smiled. Sad. Complicated. That's the problem, isn't it? We only know each other in that context. You don't really know me, and I don't really know you. I'd like to. Know me? Yeah. She looked at me for a long moment. People moved around us. Shopping carts squeaking. Muzak playing overhead. But we stood still. Do you like coffee? She asked. There's a cafe 2 blocks from here. Meet me there in 20 minutes? Okay. We paid separately, left separately. Met at the cafe. Small place, brick walls, mismatched furniture. We sat in the back corner, ordered coffee, black for her, cream for me, and we talked, really talked, not about bodies or pain or therapy, about life. She told me about her 2 divorces, the first when she was 26, the second at 38. Both times she'd married men who wanted her to be someone she wasn't, quieter, smaller, more conventional. She told me about becoming a massage therapist at 40, a complete career change, how her family thought she was crazy, how it saved her, gave her purpose, made her feel like herself for the first time. I told her about my ex, how she'd left because I had no ambition, how I'd spent a year feeling stuck, how I didn't know what I wanted from life except that it had to be more than this. We talked for 2 hours. The cafe closed around us. The barista wiping tables, giving us looks. Finally, we left, stood on the sidewalk. It was dark now. Cold. November. Wind cutting through the streets. I'm glad we ran into each other, she said. Me too. This is easier somehow. Talking like this. Without the table between us? Yeah. She looked at me. I'm still scared of what this could mean, what it could cost. I know, but I want to find out. So do I. She reached out, took my hand, just held it, right there on the sidewalk. Anyone could see. Come over tonight, to my place. Not the studio, my actual apartment. We'll talk more. Figure this out. Okay. She gave me her address. We went our separate ways. I drove home, showered, changed, tried to calm my racing heart. At 8:30, I drove to her building. Lincoln Park, old brownstone. She buzzed me in. 3rd floor. She opened the door barefoot. Same jeans and sweater. Hair still down. Her apartment was warm. Books everywhere. Art on the walls. A kitchen that smelled like garlic and wine. She'd made pasta. We ate at her small dining table. Candles flickering. Talked more. About everything. After dinner, we moved to the couch. Sat close. Not touching yet, but close. I need to tell you something, she said. Okay. I'm 44. You're 28. That's 16 years. I have gray hair, crow's feet. My body isn't what it was at 30, and I'm scared you're going to realize that and leave. I won't. You don't know that. You're right, I don't. But I know what I see when I look at you. And it's not age. It's someone who's lived. Someone who knows who she is. Someone real. Her eyes filled. She looked away. You're very sweet. I'm not being sweet. I'm being honest. She turned back. Looked at me. Then she reached out. Touched my face. Traced my jaw. This is insane. I know. We could both lose everything. I know. Then why does it feel so right? I didn't answer. Just leaned in. Kissed her. Soft at first. She kissed back. Then deeper. Her hands in my hair. Mine on her waist. We pulled apart, breathing hard. Stay tonight, she whispered. Okay. She stood. Took my hand. Led me down the hallway to her bedroom. She didn't turn on the light. Just let the amber glow from the streetlights outside filter through the sheer curtains. The room was bathed in soft orange and shadow. I could see her silhouette, the curve of her shoulders, the way her hair fell forward. She turned to face me. Her hands came to the hem of her sweater, then stopped, trembled. I reached out, covered her hands with mine. Claire, wait. Her voice was shaking. Don't turn on the light, please. She looked down, away from me, because under bright light you'll see everything. The stretch marks, the places where my skin isn't tight anymore, the reality of a 44-year-old body. And I want you to see the best version. My heart broke a little. I gently took her hands, held them. Claire, look at me. She lifted her eyes. They were shining, full of fear and vulnerability. I'm not here for some imagined version of you. I'm here for you. The woman who saw through me with just a touch. Who asked when someone last took care of me. Who made me feel seen for the first time in years. I want to see all of you. Every scar. Every line. Every mark. Because those are the map of your life. And I want to learn every inch of it. Her breath caught. A tear slipped down her cheek. Then she nodded. Slowly. She lifted her sweater over her head. Let it fall to the floor. I could see her in the dim light. The lines of her collarbone. The curve of her waist. And yes, the faint silver lines across her stomach. The softness at her hips. The realness of her. She was watching my face. Waiting for me to flinch. To change my mind. Instead, I stepped closer. Placed my hand on her stomach. Right over one of the marks. Felt her breath hitch. Beautiful. I whispered. You don't have to. I'm not being polite. You're beautiful. Every part of you. I leaned down. Kissed her shoulder. Her collarbone. The base of her throat. Felt her shiver. Her hands came up. Fumbled with the buttons of my shirt. I helped her. Let it fall away. Then we were skin to skin. The warmth of her against me. We moved to the bed. Slowly. No rush. Just learning each other. Her hands explored my chest, my shoulders, my back, like she was memorizing me. I did the same. Traced the curve of her hip, the line of her spine, the softness of her thigh, every touch deliberate, reverent. When I kissed her again, she melted into me, her fingers tangled in my hair. We made love slowly, carefully, not with the frantic energy of new lust, but with something deeper. Something that felt like recognition, like we'd been searching for each other and finally found home. Afterwards, we lay tangled together, her head on my chest, my fingers tracing lazy patterns on her bare shoulder. Our breathing synchronized. The room smelled like her, jasmine and something warmer. The sheets were soft, the city quiet outside. I felt her smile against my skin. What? I asked. Nothing. I'm just... What? Being wanted? Not needed? Not depended on? Just wanted. For me. I kissed the top of her head. I want you. All of you. She lifted her head, looked at me in the dim light. What happens now? I don't know. But I know I can't keep being your client. It's not right. I know. I'll have to refer you to another therapist. Officially discharge you. Okay. And we have to be careful. If my business partner finds out, if clients find out, it could destroy everything I've built. So we keep it quiet. For now. She settled back against me. We lay like that for a long time. Not talking, just being. Eventually, we fell asleep, tangled together, the streetlight casting amber shadows across our skin. Over the next 4 weeks, we fell into a rhythm. Secret dinners, nights at her place, stolen afternoons. It felt like living in a dream, a secret world that belonged only to us. But reality has a way of crashing in. One Tuesday night, I parked behind her studio like always, used the side door. But I heard voices, raised, angry. I stopped in the hallway. You're sleeping with a client, a woman's voice, furious. Do you have any idea what this could do to us? He's not a client anymore, Claire's voice, defensive, strained. That doesn't matter. The optics are terrible. If the state board finds out, you could lose your license. We could lose everything. I know the risks. Do you? Or are you so caught up in this midlife crisis you can't see straight? Don't do that. Don't diminish this. Then what is it? Love? After a few weeks? Silence. Then Claire's voice. Quiet. I don't know what it is, but it matters to me. More than your career? Another silence. Longer. I don't know. I felt something cold settle in my chest. Turned around. Left quietly. Drove home. Sat in the dark. An hour later, my phone buzzed. Claire, where are you? Thought you were coming. I didn't respond. Another text. Alex? I called. She answered immediately. What's wrong? I was there tonight. In the hallway. I heard you. Silence. Then a shaky breath. How much? Enough. She asked if I mattered more than your career. You said you didn't know. Alex, that's not. I'm scared. Can you understand? I've worked 15 years for this. And what about us? I need time to think about whether I'm worth it. That's not fair. No. What's not fair is you deciding this alone. She was crying. I'm sorry. I need space. I need to figure this out. Fine. Take your space. I hung up. Turned off my phone. For 3 weeks, I heard nothing. No calls, no texts, nothing. I went to work, came home, stared at walls, tried to move on, tried to convince myself it was over. My friend Brad set me up on a blind date. Sarah, 26, marketing coordinator. Pretty, funny, age appropriate. We met at a wine bar downtown. She was nice. Talked about her job, her yoga classes, her travel plans for next summer. She laughed at my jokes, touched my arm when she talked, did everything right. But all I could think was how shallow it felt, how surface level. Didn't see beneath the surface. When I made a self-deprecating joke, she laughed instead of seeing the truth underneath. She was nice, but she didn't see me. Not the way Claire did. At the end of the night, she invited me back to her place. I said no. Made an excuse, went home. Sat in the dark. Realized I didn't want someone my age, someone easy, someone convenient. I wanted someone who'd lived, who understood that life was complicated and messy and beautiful, someone who saw my scars and didn't look away, someone like Claire. But Claire was gone. Then late one Friday night. 3 weeks and 2 days after our last conversation, my doorbell rang. I opened it. She was standing there, in the rain, hair plastered to her face, mascara running, eyes red and swollen. I'm sorry, she said, voice breaking. I was scared, trying to protect myself, but all I did was hurt you, and I can't do it anymore. I don't care about my license. I don't care what people think. I just want you. I pulled her inside, held her while she cried. She was soaking wet, shivering. I got her a towel, made her tea. We sat on my couch. She told me everything. How her partner had threatened to dissolve the business. How her mother had called her irresponsible. How she'd spent 3 weeks trying to convince herself she could live without me. How she couldn't. We stayed up all night, talking, planning, figuring out how to make this work. The next week, she told her business partner everything. Officially removed me from all client records. They restructured the partnership agreement. Claire took full responsibility for any ethical violations. Her partner wasn't happy, but eventually accepted it. We started going public. Slowly. Dinner at restaurants. Walks in the park. Holding hands where people could see. People stared. I saw them doing math in their heads. Calculating the age difference. Judging. Whispering. Claire saw it too. But she didn't let go of my hand. 2 months later, I was at her studio, dropping off lunch between her sessions. A woman was at the reception desk. Mrs. Patterson, in her 60s, had been seeing Claire for years. She looked at me, then at Claire. Her face hardened. Is this him? The one everyone's talking about? Claire straightened. Professional but firm. Mrs. Patterson, this is Alex. I'm canceling my appointment, and all future ones. I came here for professional therapy, not to support whatever this is. She looked me up and down, disgusted. Dating someone half your age. You should be ashamed. Both of you. She left, slammed the door. The studio fell silent. Claire stood there, frozen. I saw her chin tremble, saw her fighting tears. My stomach twisted. Guilt washed over me. This was my fault. I'd ruined her reputation, her business, everything she'd worked for. Claire, I'm so sorry. She shook her head, wiped her eyes quickly, took a breath. Don't. She doesn't get to make me feel shame for choosing happiness, for choosing you, but you're losing clients. Some, yes, but new ones are coming. Younger ones, more open-minded ones. And the ones who stay? They're the ones who matter. The ones who see me as a person, not just a service provider. She took my hand, squeezed it. This is worth it. You're worth it. We're worth it. 8 months later, we're still here. Still together. Her practice took a hit. Lost about 30% of her clients in the first 2 months. I watched her cry over the lost income, over the judgment, over the whispers. But she rebuilt. New clients came. Word spread that she was skilled, compassionate, real. The practice stabilized, then grew. I moved in 4 months ago. Her ex-husband made snide comments about her midlife crisis. Her daughter from her first marriage was skeptical at first, but eventually came around after seeing how happy her mother was. My parents think I'm wasting my youth. My friends don't understand why I'd choose someone older, more complicated, but I don't care. Because when I look at her, I see everything I've been searching for. Someone who sees me, who chose me despite the cost, who fights for us every day, even when it's hard. I walked into her studio 10 months ago with a knot in my shoulder and a life that felt empty. Walked out with my heart in her hands and a future I actually want. She said she could help me release my tension. She did. Just not the way either of us expected. Some things are worth the risk. Some people are worth fighting for. She's both. And I'd do it all again in a heartbeat.